Yes, we are supposed to be live, and I ask Umanava to turn off his deck and to turn off his share screen because all the planet is seeing its screen instead of starting our competition. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Umanava, can you please turn off your share screen? Umanava, est-ce que tu peux enlever ton share screen, s'il te plaît? Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much. So we're going to start our live competition. We are connected with 27 countries with jury members. Some are integrators, some are investors, some are journalists, some are end user, and they are all looking for technology that does not exist yet in their own territory, region, country, continent. So dear candidate, please, thank you very much helping us to spot out innovative solutions during this pitching session. How are you doing, Michel?
I'm doing great. Really excited. I mean, this is going to be fun. Well, South by is quite hard to describe actually for those who haven't been there. And each and every time you ask someone how was South by, they say, well, it was great. It's hard to explain, but you really got to be there to understand it. And this is the idea.
This is the idea. We're going to have tremendous candidates. We're going to have tremendous jury members. Clayton, how are you doing? Clayton, I see that you join us right now. Okay, I don't hear you. It's all right. Philippe Tabouis, hello. Thank you for being with us. We were together last week in Barcelona for Mobile World Congress. Thank you for accepting being one of our jury members today. Everything is fine today, Philippe?
Everything is fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you for accepting.
Thank you. Happy to be with you.
A vision. Okay, there's an echo. Please think of turning off your microphone. Patrick, I've seen that you're still with us. Are you? Will you have some time, Patrick, to be one of our jury members from Montreal? Hello. Okay, maybe we are lost. And I see that Chandra has joined us. Hello, Chandra. So before starting, during the opening session, I introduced to you some investor, I introduced to you some integrator, but I'm very proud to have you today, Lionel. Lionel, hello. I have just received one article from you. In Europe, you are quite famous, because when you are not saving life within the cities, you are also saving life right now in Ukraine. How are you doing, and what can you explain what you're doing with Save Life, and how important, how you are always investing in innovative technology, Lionel?
Hi, thank you for the invitation. We do with Save Life an app to save life for cardiac arrest, but we do another unit of e-santé. From telemedicine, can do some help people, and today we do in Ukraine.
So that's a very, very terrific mission that you are, and of course we are very proud of what you're doing all years with Save Life when you're saving people in the street, and now of course on the war scene. Okay, thank you. I have some others jury members joining right now. I don't know if they want to introduce themselves. Please, dear jury members, introduce yourself. Okay. Eric, are you here? Okay. We will have the opportunity to introduce some jury members. Some are in the room. Nicolas is here. Some of your partners. Liz is also there. So please, dear jury members, keep in mind that you can anytime ask questions, but we will have a series of 4 candidates, then we will have a series of questions, then another series of candidates, and then you will vote for the best solution you can have during this morning. Is it all right for everyone? Okay, so now I suggest we will call the first candidate. Who's going to be the first candidate? Pierre, are you here? Pierre Gauthier from Montreal. Are you connected too? We have lost Pierre too. It's it's the sound of silence. So we will try to. Okay, so now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the first candidate. Is connected. His name is from Bordeaux in France. The first candidate is not from Bordeaux in France. The first candidate is in that room. I'm sorry about that. It's Articulate Labs. It's from Dallas, Texas. Please Ladies and gentlemen, give a very, very warm welcome. It's not so easy to the first candidate. Please join us on scene.
All right. Okay. Got to stand in the right place first. Don't
Okay, that's right. 90 seconds.
And talking to this? Or?
Yes.
All right. Terrific. Thank you very much for your time and attention. My name is Josh Rubino. I'm co-founder and CEO of Articulate Labs. Our company develops wearable medical devices to fill gaps in physical medicine through movement synchronous neuromuscular electrical stimulation. This just started from an engineer who needed to he had needs in his rehabilitation following a near fatal motorcycle accident that has grown into a platform technology with the ability to accelerate muscle strengthening and retraining through movement synchronous neuromuscular electrical stimulation. Our motion tracking hardware and machine learning enable everyday activity to become those strengthening repetitions, such as walking up and down stairs, getting out of the car, bringing elements of physical therapy to the patient when the patient cannot come to the physical therapy. We have 5 utility patents in the U.S. plus 1 core, 1 being internationally nationalized. We have won awards relating to this application in orthopedics, sports medicine, space health, and military medicine. We have proof of concept data showing a high level of accuracy on stimulation, timing, and location collected at the University of Texas in Austin, and are in the process of setting up a validation trial with Houston Methodist. We are seeking additional opportunities to test our technology, such as what we have right now, a pilot study with the Clinique Romande de Réadaptation in Switzerland. We have raised over 500K to date. We are raising another $1 million to go towards regulatory clearance, additional validation data, and the launch of our technology in the Houston and DFW areas where we have existing relationships. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Excellent job. Congratulations for the technology and what you're doing for health tech and health industry. The second candidate is from Europe, is from Bordeaux, and is remote. So that's your turn. Go ahead. You have 90 seconds to convince. Ninety seconds to convince. Go ahead.
Thanks. I think I'll do without slide. We were based in the US for 15 years, LA and New York. And what we got from American really was the American spirit, the positive spirit. And we're starting now from Bordeaux, one of the best global personal growth platform. What we do is we're taking the best speakers and coaches around the world, and we build masterclass around them. 5, 10, 15 minutes models for masterclass on soft skill, resilience, feminine leadership, diversity and inclusion, resilience, enthusiasm, etc., etc. We raised 250,000 now. We're looking for 1 million euro, half non-dilutive. And we have some of the best HR people in the world on our team, some of the best tech people in our team. We are pure tech, player. We're talking to TV now, newspaper, NBC funds in Dubai, etc. It's a very global platform addressing the mental health problem with some of the best speakers and coaches.
So thank you very much. Your questions for this tremendous candidate. Thank you very much. Now the third candidate is coming from Nivelles. So it's in Wallonia, isn't it, Michel? And I think he's remote too. And so it's Mood.me. How are you doing, Mood.me? Do you have a good mood this morning?
I have a very good mood.
Oh, yeah.
Very good mood. This is my swimming pool in Austin, Barton Springs. I warmly recommend it to you. So let me take can you see my screen?
Yes, we do definitely. You can put it on a white screen.
Okay.
And everything is fine. Okay,
All right, nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us from remotely. And we are focused, as Mood.me indicates, on emotions as a new type of big data to create insights to help people take better decisions with emotional intelligence. And so we live in the next normal. I mean, some of you are physically in Austin, lucky you, but the next normal we're not going back to the normal office. So we're going to continue to work and to learn and to see our doctor through Zooms. And so we are bringing emotional intelligence to Zooms by analyzing facial expressions to understand the customer experience, to understand if the students are not left behind, or to understand the patient experience level of comfort. So our product is a Zoom app. So it's an app which is distributed through the Zoom App Store, which analyzes emotions on the end user device. So his or her face is not stored. We just capture the data and then anonymize it and send it to our platform, a SaaS platform, to provide insights on customer experience. We are doing research at the University of Mons on creating AI models that detect multiple emotions with a high degree of precision. And we are focused on unbiased AI. That means AI that has the same precision independently of your gender, your age, but also your ethnicity. So that's the big focus of the company, is to create AI models which are unbiased. Our focus is mental health, well-being, healthcare, and we are looking at raising $1 million, mainly for the product, but also marketing, creating a US company this semester. The team, we have a new chief of AI who comes from Nextdoor, a $3 billion company. Yuri is our new CTO from Bulgaria, and Amy, our new CMO. So we have a new team, and we are dreaming big. We have received positive feedback from Eric Yuan himself on the idea of creating emotional intelligence for the Zoom platform. Thank you for your attention. Look forward to for your questions.
And thank you for this dynamic solution too. Who's going to be the next candidate, Michel?
Well, we're going to stay in Belgium for a short while, and we welcome HEC Liège, University of Liège, the second biggest city in Belgium. And I give you the floor.
And yes, and we welcome very warmly, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, please welcome.
Public speaking is one of the most important skills a person should develop, because it is not enough to know how to, your subject, and you have to know how to convince and how to speak in public. Our project is a digital twin to optimize business processes with a particular focus on public speaking performances. We want to train the speaker in front of in a virtual environment that will give real-time feedback to the speaker. It is based on statistics, machine learning, natural language processing, and new digital technologies. Our originality stands in the use of 3D virtual environment and an interactive and challenging audience that is based on actual people. We do not expect any incomes with this solution because our goal is not to sell it, but there are gains for companies because they will enhance public speaking performances and they will enhance the ability to speak in public and the ability to convince, and in the end, the self-esteem and self-confidence. And these solutions are quite hard to quantify. And we are scientists at the service of the community, and we want to share our product, and we hope that our tool will help you, and your feedback will help us to do a valuable tool.
Perfect job, and 90 seconds accurate. Now it's time to open the curtain. I must say that it's very nice. No, it's not time. So okay, you helped me to open the curtain because you told me that it's very nice behind the curtain. We have a super technician. Okay, who's gonna be? Oh no, it's time, guys, now for a first series of questions. So I don't know if you got some question in the room. Please come and ask the candidate you want to ask a questions. And of course, short questions and short answer. Is that possible? Any question? Who's going to have a question, please? Alec, you got one? No, Nicholas? No questions here in that room? Remote? Who's going to have questions here? guys among the jury members? Today it's a very shy jury. I don't know if it's a... Ah, you got one. Thank you. Thank you, Lionel, for helping us to have a debate, an interactive debate. Ask your question, please.
The first one, have you any study in animals or something else before you go on human?
Well, come on, please. The first candidate from Dallas, Texas. Where is he? Okay. All right. Okay. Did you hear the question?
I wouldn't mind repeating.
Yes. Can you repeat the question? Did you have the opportunity to take
Have you any trial in animal trial before you start in human trial?
We did not. Fortunately, neuromuscular electrical stimulation is a well-researched modality that's been in use in physical therapy for a couple of decades. The thing that we're doing that's different is the application of motion tracking hardware and machine learning to drive stimulation time and location. We ran a feasibility study at the University of Texas at Austin on 12 individuals with patellofemoral pain syndrome and found our device to be 99% accurate in proper and stride detection, basically detecting the right phase of gait to stimulate, and then was 100% accurate in stimulating the intended muscles at intended times for those users.
Okay, if I have a good understanding, what you're doing, it's a new type of stimulation. You change nothing about the stimulation, you just change about the program.
Yes, the reason for that is because neuromuscular stimulation synchronized with voluntary muscle activation leads to far better strength gains than stimulation applied passively. In similar studies, there has been a near doubling in strength recovery within 4 weeks of ACL surgery using movement synchronous electrical muscle stimulation. We intend to provide that to people in order to fill gaps in physical medicine for the vast majority, at least in the US, 70% that are not coming to their physical therapy sessions and not remaining compliant with the home-based regimens.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the questions. Some other questions or some... don't forget to click on the blue button if you want to be connected with the candidate. Another questions for another candidate or for the same?
I have a question for Mood.
Ali, a question for Mood. He's in a good mood in front of a swimming pool. You're right to do so.
Yeah, because we have time. Just why have you developed for other platforms than Zoom? Just Zoom?
Yeah, very good question. We have to start somewhere. Zoom has opened this app store. Well, Zoom has a market capitalization 25% of what it was 6 months ago when we started digging into that. But there are Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, and Zoom are the three main platforms. We're also considering WebEx. We're just starting on one platform. The goal, of course, is to have our product present on all platforms.
Okay, and you have a API for to integrate other platforms. For example, for healthcare, the major part of healthcare are not on Zoom or this WebEx. There are some private healthcare system. We can integrate?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, we're in closing of a big call center company. So there, it's going to be a custom integration. Basically, our product is a Emotion AI SDK. So it's a piece of code compiled, an AI model embedded into an API that can be integrated into a web app, Windows, iOS, Android app, or Linux. So we can also do custom integration. So it can run in any platform, really.
Okay, thank you for the question and the answer.
Thank you, Lionel.
Okay, guys, thank you. Now let's move back to the competition with a second and the last but not least, second series of contributions. So who's gonna be the next? I just have to find the list. I've received some minutes ago. I don't know, Jasmine, if you can help me, please, in the giving the name of the candidate. Who's gonna be the next? Overcome. Yes, Overcome is not here this morning. So who's going to be the next candidate? Allez, Lucien, that's your turn. Please come on stage. That's your turn for 90 seconds.
Hello, Bernard Duguay from Lucien. Because of our background in public art, cinema, and immersive learning, we've put this project together called Nocturne. And Nocturne is an environmental fiction based in the forest in Canada. And it basically features a newfound species with very small people who would have succeeded in a climate crisis. It's as if they have overcome all this and made systems that are far more advanced than ours. So essentially, using light as fuel, organic systems for building material. So this is a night walk for the public at large, but it also becomes a possibility of living there. So you can rent a tiny house for a weekend and see what's happening around, eat forest-based food, and learn how to survive in a forest. There's also online and on-site sustainability lab where you get to learn techniques of sustainability. And you can also purchase living shares in the project to build a sustainable community. Now we have so far 500K in public money. We're looking for another $1 billion private money. Thank you.
Thank you. Very good. Very good job. Thank you. Please help us to unshare the screen, guys. Je sais pas qui a. C'est toi. Okay. Thank you very much. Who's going to be the next candidate? I've lost my list. Stalin? Okay, Stalin is there, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to Lucien too, our next candidate.
Hi, everybody. My name is Drew Hendricks. I'm co-founder of Starling Medical. We are building a remote patient monitoring platform that seamlessly integrates into anyone's bathroom routine. By detecting early changes in urine, our platform prevents hospitalizations from chronic conditions like BPH, infection, and diabetes. We have a signed letter of intent from a large private practice urology group in the state that represents over 144 annually reoccurring millions of dollars. We're not just a year away from FDA clearance for sale, but we're also a year away from making money. With just 4 other large practices, just like the one we have on board, we have the potential to generate over $1 billion in revenue every single year. And we can do this because our team is led by a 3-peat serial medical device entrepreneur who has a wealth of experience in this space. And our founding team has expertise in urology, medical devices, digital health, and artificial intelligence. Our company is backed by Y Combinator in Silicon Valley, and we're raising $5 million to turn our platform into a commercial and scalable reality. But at the end of the day, the business case is easy math. What matters most to us are our patients. And that's why at Starling Medical, it's our favorite thing to get to tell our patients that when it comes to your health, you're in control. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Very, very good job. Okay, who's going to be the next candidate? Dual, ladies and gentlemen, here in that room with a very, very warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here and thank you. Live from Austin. Now let's move up to Duality Health. From which city? California?
San Antonio.
Okay, go ahead. 90 seconds.
Imagine if every patient had one health profile that was accessible within 1 second from anywhere in the world. That's what we're developing at Duality Health. Now, that may sound like an interoperability play, but really what we're solving is the $77 billion per year problem of matching patient identities across organizations. And we solve that problem by combining 3 technologies: facial recognition, blockchain, and smart on fire. And when we combine these 3 technologies, we have the ability to link the patient's facial biometric to all of their medical record numbers and create a global patient ID. Once the patient is enrolled in our software, the next time they arrive for care, whether that's at a hospital, a clinic, or even a telehealth setting, simply scan the patient's face to immediately pull up the records. Over the last 14 months, we've worked closely with the Health Product Innovation team at Dell Medical School to help finalize our MVP, and we're currently seeking a pilot partner. And I'm here today because we're raising $1.5 million to help us achieve our commercialization goals. The success of a startup can be narrowed down to the 3 T's: tech, team, and timing. I'm highly confident in our tech and our team, but is our timing right? Well, if COVID has taught us one thing, it's that the patient identity fault line is much closer than we think. Now is the time to invest into an interoperable patient identity solution. And that solution is what we're building at Duality Health.
In Europe, we always say America is super efficient. Thank you for being a super example of that feeling. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I think, did we finish the list? Okay. So now it's time for a series of questions, guys, to our candidates. If you can just share your screen, please. Okay. One question, Nicholas, for who? Okay, please come on, because people have to come on. Nicholas, come on. Also, yes, come along. One question's in the room for jury member in the room too.
Do you have a place in mind where this is going to be set up?
Yes. It's set up in the Gatineau Hills, near Macham, Quebec.
Do you have a timeline on this?
Yeah, we're set to open in spring 23. So we're starting with the environmental fiction, the whole night walk, and then setting up the sustainability lab and residential parks.
Another question, sorry. Yeah, sure. Do you have any impact project with the nature reserve and the other communities in the groups?
Yes, we're very much linked to the First People, and of course their views are going to be welcome into setting this up with the ancestral learning.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you to you too. Another question for another candidate, guys? A question?
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello,
hi.
Philippe. Tiens,
Yes.
if you can, yes, turn on your camera if you can, Philippe.
Okay, hi. No, I really appreciate it. I want to congrats. I don't remember his name now, from Duality.
Come on stage, yeah. Yeah, go ahead for your question.
But anyway, I really appreciate the presentation. I had a question. How are you? If I understand well, are you actually having a device that you are selling to people, and who are you selling to exactly? I mean, what are your customers?
We've created a provider-facing application, so our customers are health systems.
Okay, health systems. Okay.
So think of checking in the patient when they arrive for care. We can simply scan their face throughout the continuum of care. Say when they're going into surgery, augmenting or replacing their wristband, we can just scan their face. We can identify patients in an emergency situation. The first responders out in the field with a mobile device, we can scan their face, immediately pull up their records. All of us as patients, we have multiple records and really multiple identities throughout the healthcare system. We have multiple different medical record numbers, and we're essentially aggregating all of those identities into one and creating a global patient ID that's linked to your face.
And the second question: how do you deal with the data? Are you sort of collecting the data, and what do you? Can you monetize the data afterwards?
The only thing we're collecting and storing is the biometrics and some demographics for matching. We create ad hoc connections to where the data resides. We don't store any other PHI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Another question for another candidate? No more questions. Okay, guys, now it's time to end up the vote and to send your vote to activate your connection system. And in seconds, we will know who's going to be the winners. So we're going to have 3 winners, of course, but as you have understood, we have all around Europe, Africa, and starting to be stronger in America, what we call collective. And those collective are held by doctors, by integrator, and they are all looking for all technologies. So don't be surprised if even if you don't win, you're going to be contacted by those partners. And of course, if you are a winner, you will receive in the coming weeks welcome pack to help you accelerate your solution in helping you in finding integrator in the final clients, and also, of course, territories that will offer you tickets to land there and to find in each country in the myGlobalVillage network practical solution to accelerate in other countries. Okay, guys, so David, did you end up your vote, dear jury members? Okay, so it's time to see the final voting. David, we are longing to the final result. Okay. Always a big suspense. So the first Starling Medical, Starling Medical Incorporated, are they here? Okay, please come along here on stage. Starling, the winner. Duality Health, Biometrics, and Lucian Media are there, the 3 winners. Okay, some words concerning your victory. You had no questions, so I was quite surprised. Come along.
I just wanted to say thank you, and I think everybody here did an amazing job. So just one more round of applause for everybody who presented today.
Thank you. And another comment?
Yeah, just thank you for the invite. It was good practice, and we'll see where it goes from here.
Okay, next, in myGlobalVillage, what we are doing today is called detection pitching session. It's only 90 seconds. It's to give an idea to investor if you have to go further. But don't be surprised, in the coming month, you'll be contacted for certification pitch that will help you be stronger and have a stronger contact with investor, integrator, and our network. Congrats for gentlemen. The third is also online. Something to add? Okay, thank you so much for the candidates. That's the end of the first pitching session of today. We're just going to have another one right away, 5 minutes, and we get back for another pitching session concerning the new world of entertainment. Patrice will be on scene. Okay, I'm counting on you. Bye-bye.